Hello friends, Sarah here from the Children's Museum of Eau Claire, and today we are going to do our first ever virtual painting of popcorn. So what you're going to need for this is a canvas, and then I have white, yellow, blue, green, and black. So you can make them whatever color you want, but we are going to make some flowers today. I'm making some daisies. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our big brush. Some other things that you're going to need for this, I forgot to mention, are a paper towel. And then I have 3 different size brushes. I have a big brush, a medium brush, and a small brush. So my big and medium brushes are square brushes, and then my small brush is a round brush. So I'm gonna start with making an ombre sky. So I'm gonna add white to the top of my canvas here. And you wanna get quite a bit on there, but not too much where it's really, really wet. And then don't forget to get your tops and your sides as well. So like I said, white up on top is gonna be kind of the top of our sky. So it can be kind of clouds, or you can just have it be the ombre in the sky. So it's kind of hard to see because you can see that it's white and white, but you can see where it's wet. And then I'm going to take blue and I'm going to start in the middle and I'm going to work my way up. So I didn't switch my brush, so there is a little bit of, I didn't clean off my brush either, so there is a little bit of white in there, and that's okay, we want that. So you're going to work your way up with the blue so that it blends with the white. And the more multi-mixed colors in there, the better for it looking like a real sky. So you're gonna blend it all the way up to the white and just keep brushing. As you can see, it starts to blend together to look like one color. Okay, so you're gonna keep doing that. You're not gonna add too much so that it's not super wet, and you're just gonna go all the way up. And then on the bottom, you're just gonna fill the rest in with blue. So I'm just gonna take a whole bunch of blue and just fill it in so that it's a little bit darker down here on the bottom of our canvas. And again, don't forget to get your sides and your bottom of the canvas as well. And you have a lot in your brush. A little bit of paint goes a long way, so make sure you're just keep wiping it without having to grab too much, because you don't want to get too much on there, or that first layer is going to take too long to dry to be able to do your next layer. So I'm going to keep spreading it around, keep blending it together. If you want to get even more ombre, you can add a little bit of a darker blue on the bottom, or you can add some black or to mix it to kind of spread it together as well, to blend it. Okay. Again, don't forget to get your sides and your bottoms. I'll do that once I'm done, but you guys can do that whenever you're ready along the steps of the painting as well. Okay, so there I have my entire background done. Then I'm going to put my brush in my water, just kind of tap it on the bottom there to get it nice and cleaned off. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to add the stems. So the stems of my flower are going to be green, and I'm going to add them wherever you feel like you want your flowers to be. And you can have tall stems, you can have crooked stems. Ideally, we would wait a little bit longer in between these, but I think we'll be okay. And you can have short ones, you can have tall ones, however you want to do it. Flowers in nature aren't always straight, so we're gonna make ours a little bit crooked as well. Okay, so there we have all of our flowers. And I used the little brush for that one. Now I'm gonna take my medium brush, which is a square brush, and I'm gonna add some green onto there. So you can see here I have a little bit of green on there. And then on one corner, I'm just gonna add a little bit of black, and then I'm gonna blend it together so that I have a darker green. So half of my leaves will be dark green and half of my leaves will be brighter green, a lighter green. And then I'm just gonna push down with my brush and then kind of spin up like this. Okay. I like to make my leaves a little bit more abstract, but you can make yours as close to natural as possible. I just like the look of the abstract leaves a little bit more. Okay, so there's my leaves. The next step is our petals. So I'm gonna make white petals for the daisy, so I'm gonna use my small brush again, and I'm gonna get white on there. So I have white on my small brush. And in the front of my flowers, I'm gonna make the petals a little bit bigger, and then in the back, I'm gonna make them smaller so it looks like we have a little bit of perspective on our flowers. So for our petals. My green's mixing with it a little bit, that's totally fine. Ideally, we would wait a little bit longer for this to dry. So I'm gonna make smaller leaves in the back. Okay, so you can see how the leaves in the front are a little bit bigger than the ones in the back. Okay, so we're gonna do the next one. You can, like I said, make these any color you want to, any size you want to, whatever you are feeling today. Okay. And you can also make them any shape you want to. You might have seen a flower as you were driving around today that you really loved, so you might want to paint that one. You can definitely do that. You can also make the background as a sunset if you wanted. If you haven't started yet and you're just watching this, you can make it whatever color you want to. Then when we're done with this, you can also add, in the background, you can add a sunshine, or you can add some birds, you can add some grass, anything that you want. So I have all my petals done on my flowers there. You can see they kind of look a little abstract, but that's just kind of the style I like. You can make yours as perfect or as abstract as you'd like. So now I'm going to take my yellow and I'm just going to put a dot right in the middle of my flower petals. So you can see on a couple of my flowers, like this one over here and this one right here, I didn't do the flowers in the back, so it kind of looks like the flower is drooping down a little bit. I didn't do the petals in the back. So we're just going to add a little dot to the center of our flowers. And there we have it. There's our super simple flower, our daisy painting. You guys can add whatever you'd like to. Grass, leaves, extra leaves, more flowers, smaller flowers, different kinds of flowers, birds, sunshine, clouds, sunset, anything you can think of. Make it your own. Have a sign at the bottom so that everyone knows it's yours and hang it up to enjoy. Thanks for watching.